I mean, Linux is the exact opposite of Booyah. All right, so I think we're live. Can somebody confirm that? Yeah, we are. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noah just walked out. Jen, do you want to give the intro? Or
I
Noah
can
might be
still
walking back in.
hear.
Oh, well, Noah's walking back in.
I'm just
Okay,
walking for a cup. But
okay.
what am I doing an intro for? What's this podcast again?
It's one of many.
This this is the
Well, it
wrestling
is
hour, right?
Monday.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
Monday Night RPG Talk Show! Live with the Degenerates with Dice live and in your face, 7 o'clock Central fucking Standard Time, because all other time zones are made up and don't fucking matter. Welcome to the shit show that is Twitch guest star, ladies and gentlemen. Write your congressman, write the president, sue your fucking senator, whatever you gotta do. Get
Whatever you
Twitch
gotta
to
do.
fix their shit. This is dog shit. I'm tired of it.
Cancel us.
Am I gonna get a delay on my video?
It's doo-doo.
I
No,
don't
you
see a
do not
delay.
have any
No.
delay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
I'm actually
I
getting delay
think-
on my video and on backstage, so we're just gonna let this fly. Okay, this is
Yeah.
all right.
Everything's on fire.
Okay,
It's
let's fall.
fine. We
Yeah.
totally came into the night with a fucking plan and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
Yeah, we did,
We had no
and then
plan. We had no
Twitch
plan.
guest
The
star
plan's
just
going
decided
so good that we're
Yeah.
just gonna start sipping tequila out
Yeah,
the bottle.
a little
okay?
agave, a little agave. Yeah,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
all right, hold
just
on
a
a second, I
little.
had a call.
Okay, just a little
This- you know
backstory.
what?
We all got here really early today to make sure that we had a good show for you. The Twitch backstage decided to have internal errors, whatever that means. And so we spent the last half hour pretty much just trying to get everybody up and running. So that's why we're all over it. But let's get to the topics for today. All right.
Question.
Nope,
If,
nope,
if
not
you
yet.
drink, if you drink straight tequila and don't make a face, does that mean you have a problem or you're just a
Yeah.
professional?
That means you have a problem.
Or
You're
the
a
tequila's
degenerate.
super weak.
You're a degenerate.
Oh, this is not super weak. This is super fucking good.
I don't. Tequila makes me feel a little sick when I drink it straight.
Tequila makes my clothes. Oh wait, no, wrong podcast. Wrong,
No, wrong podcast.
Oh, wash
It's
your
a
hands.
song.
Wash your hands.
Hey yo. All right. So we're gonna do what gaming wins. I got a game
Yeah.
to show off, and then our topic for this week is how to get your players to follow clues. Which, first
Oh,
of
that's
all,
not what I said. That's not what I said.
oh, what'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? This is Kristen's idea.
Oh, wait, what did I? Hold on. And I quote. Stand by. It was. Why players can't take hits and other confusing shit.
Yeah. So
That,
yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah. Getting
Why do
your
I feel
players
like I'm
take
about to be
hits.
attacked again this
Oh,
week?
I'm definitely going to be
Oh,
attacked.
so
'cause
attacked.
I
Me too.
derailed an entire session at one point, so I'm sure she's going to attack me for that, but we'll get into that later.
You
what
don't
was
act
I
like I'm a
saying?
vindictive bitch. I'm not.
No, you're right. I mean,
I
to
am.
know what you
I
are.
am.
To know
You're
what
not
you-
vindictive to us.
I'm just a bitch. Fair.
All right, so
Have you not seen Kristen and I's fucking snap/text exchanges? They're
No one needs
no,
to see that, Noah.
no, we don't.
No,
don't
we
do
don't.
that.
vindictive
We don't see him, but we hear it.
Yeah.
We hear about it.
is definitely a fucking word that I would get close to.
What is?
Well, yes, but not towards us.
What are you doing there, Hobbit?
I'm
All right.
fucking restocking the beer fridge.
Okay.
All right. While he's doing that, let's do some gaming wins. Who wants to go first?
Let's do some gaming wins.
Let's do some gaming wins.
Wait a second, bitch! You just call me a hobbit?
Yes. Yes, I did.
He's a little slow.
A slow one at that.
Kristen, I believe the preferred nomenclature is little person American, please.
I'm gonna start calling him a borrower.
Or would he be a halfling?
No,
Or no.
he's a borrower. Lives in the walls
Borrower?
and steals symbols and shit.
Fucking disrespect.
All right. Yeah, I'll go first then. to
Gaming
kick this off. We did a little bit of AD&D yesterday. We finished wrapping up our campaign for this year. Pretty much just divvied out treasure, because that's the most important thing. AD&D treasure by a long shot.
The loot.
Yes, the loot.
So
had
how
one-
do you go ahead, I'll ask.
No,
when you get done with that.
just ask your question.
So with the loot, is it like end of season, everybody's and just like divided up, or is it like just from the last battle you guys did?
It's just from the last battle we just did. You pretty much have to
Okay.
split up loot as soon as you get it with AD&D. I mean, you get your experience through how much money you make. Essentially, it's all gold based. So you want to get
Mhm.
that loot so you can get that gold equivalent of experience.
I didn't say
The
anything
loot
gold
is very
digger.
important. Yeah, yeah. But that's literally that's where like the whole concept of murder hobos came from. Was that back in the day everything was based around money, so you wanted to kill as much stuff as possible so you could get that gold. If they had a lot of gold, you killed them because that's how you got experience. That's why
That's
they
how you
don't
got
do
your
it.
gold.
Yeah, so that's why they don't do it that way anymore. Is because people would just murder everything for gold. Because why wouldn't you be a murder hobo if the only way you get powerful is by getting rich? Get rich or die
But-
trying was literally old school D&D.
Fuck bitches
And we
get
still
money?
do that with games.
Yeah, we still do, even though
Yeah, we still do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, 50 Cent Blood in the Sand is one of the greatest games of all fucking time, and I will not back down from that.
Fuck bitches get money.
So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, let's keep it at that. We played a card game after that because we had plenty of time, but hopefully I will get Deathmatch Island in at some point within the next month.
Yeah, you guys are doing like one shots and stuff until the first of the year, right?
Yeah. So hopefully I'll get that in. And next year is gonna be a little crazy. Hopefully our actual plays will start up. Got at least one, but I'm hoping for all of us to run some. So anybody watching, if you want to be in on some actual plays, we'll have plenty of options.
Then
So
you
I
can
guess
Hell yeah.
PayPal us at Degenerates with Dice, $49.99 an hour,
Yeah.
and we will run you again.
yeah,
Wrong
yeah, hey,
podcast.
that's,
you fuck.
that's Matt. Matt's not here, so. But
Oh, that's my gaming win.
yeah. Oh yeah, go for it.
Matt, so
He's probably watching.
so no, Friday I was fucking about for a minute, and
As
You
like
don't
you do,
say.
like you do.
yeah, like I do, right?
As one does. As one
As
does.
one does.
Yes.
But it
yes,
was like
yes.
6:30, 7 o'clock. There wasn't that much fuckery, but whatever it was. And I had been needing to talk to Matt about something, and I got the notification that he was online in Discord. So I was like, oh, I'll just pop in his Discord real quick and hit him up because I saw he was just by himself in a voice channel,
Just chilling.
right? And I'm one of the handful of people that has like admin rights or mod rights to his Discord,
Yeah,
so I can just
yeah.
pop in whenever the fuck I want, right? And I didn't realize
He
that
is
he
there.
was in his.
He is here.
I didn't realize that he was in his paid game channel,
Jesus
right?
Christ, Noah.
Running a game because there was nobody in there but him. So I just kind of popped in and I was fucking around for a minute. We were talking, and I think I may or may not have snaked my way into Matt's game and currently have a level 3 Khajiit Bard in their Curse of Strahd campaign.
Oh God. I'm not saying you should try to seduce Strahd, but you should try to seduce Strahd. That's all I'm saying.
Gaming W!
He's very
Weasel.
susceptible. He's very susceptible.
Weasel.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
but the way
that's a
the
win.
way I built
He
him,
barded
the
his
way I
way
built
in.
him-
He barded his way in. That's
yeah,
his bar
I
game. He
barded my
barded.
way in. No, I seduced the party, which I wasn't even trying to do. But
You
there
seduced
was,
the DM.
yeah, there was there was
Definitely the wrong
discussions.
podcast.
There was discussions, and they were like, "Oh, we totally got to fucking let this guy hang out." And Matt was like, "You might not want to do that because it's Noah." And they were like, "No, he's cool." And so, yeah, I mean,
What a massive mistake they made there.
so maybe they might have a drop in, drop out Khajiit Bard that's definitely a party buff Bard, not a I seduced dragon Bard. So there's that. Gaming dub, I win for eternity, I guess. Because everybody had their cameras on, and the second Matt pulled up that D&D Beyond character sheet, you just saw him go.
That is a win.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
what's his
That's a
name?
win.
Noah.
And his name is Mr. Mittens. Mr. Mittens the Kittens. Khajiit has wares.
If you have coin,
That's right. If you have coin,
you have
Khajiit
coin,
has
'cause
wares.
Sheet has wares. I don't know much about Elder Scrolls, but I do know that. I do know that Khajiit.
I love
Uh,
Elder
so-
Scrolls.
Noah, can you check your messages there?
Check
So
my
anybody else?
messages.
Yeah. Anybody else have a gaming win, Kristen?
I have a couple. First one, I got to run a 7th game for Joe and Jen.
Yes.
Which was our gaming win last week.
Yeah. It
Oh, yeah,
was
I
fun.
wasn't here, sorry.
I
Wait,
know.
you what?
Yeah.
She ran 7 Cs for us.
When?
you show up?
Last 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
It was
When
fun.
it was
I actually
just me,
liked
her,
it.
and Joe.
That
Yeah,
was a
we
really
had fun.
simple system. It was very fast.
it's simply dumb system.
Oh,
Not
that's
for
because it involves
everybody.
math.
Not for
And
everybody.
then
I could see that.
gaming win when I run the table for the kids. One girl, I try to like center each session around one player in particular
Yeah.
at my table at work. And one girl, she was pretending to be a doctor, and she ended up amputating a leg and doing some fucked up shit. Just the roles were right, and
The stars aligned.
it magically, kind of like it did for Lando with all that shit.
Bird,
where,
bird.
like,
in
it was
the
just
heart of Texas.
like she took off a leg with a great axe and cauterized it. It was a whole thing. She's very happy though. I'm very excited about it. But the next session, she's like, I have a plan. I was like, no, what you have is luck and commitment. Is what you have. Like that's all you got. But that was fun though. She really enjoyed that one. So and she's still talking about it. Like she talks to me about it when she sees me, and I'm like, that was like 4 weeks ago, but cool. So
Life changer.
sometimes that was my win.
Good win.
Lost my job.
I don't have a gaming win for this week.
What?
I
No.
made that.
Well, yeah,
tree
you played
thing that
7C.
Shut
Well,
up,
that was
Noah.
my gaming win last week though. When it was just me and Joe. That was my gaming win. Last week was that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I actually did
Thanks.
notes on it. They were very pitiful notes.
They made it entirely through the Temple of
But
the Red Goddess, and it was great.
yeah, it is. That and math on the other side. That was it.
That was fun.
But
I enjoyed that one.
it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Having the pre-made character sheet was really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Just to jump into it.
I know Fallout has them as well. I don't know if the one that we do does, but when my husband got me this one, it had some pre-made sheets in it. I just
Yeah, I
haven't
really-
looked at them.
I really want to use the pre-mades for RuneQuest. I really want to use the pre-mades for RuneQuest because it takes like 4 hours at least to make a character in that game. So it's just like, here, just take these.
Yeah. Why did it
Just
take
work.
so long?
Oh, you do your entire family's backstory.
Oh, shit.
So like from like your grandparents up to you, and then like all of your life. Like it's a very in-depth process.
No.
Oh, sorry, I just caught it, Joe. Oh boy. Anyway, Joe
What
stole
am I
my joke.
missing? What am I missing?
Do you have the live stream pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should look at the background.
Very nice. Very nice.
I thought he was gonna change his personal background to that, like I do
No.
during.
Nah. That would not do
That's
Matt
even better.
justice. All right,
That's
so
even better.
well, so should we move on to? Does anybody else have a gaming win? Before we move on.
No, you don't,
Okay.
liar.
All right, so I'm gonna show off a game. It'll be a quick one. It'll be a quicken. Okay.
Oh.
Well, Matt, you can always join the stream if you want.
Yeah.
What was
We
I
can
gonna
send
do?
you an invite.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Gaming. Okay, so game today is Dragon Warriors. not the
Mm.
video game. Dragon Warriors is an OSR game. I think it's from like the 80s. It's very simple, very brutal, very simple. The
OSR is old school.
Renaissance or revival. I think this falls under the
Okay.
revival category because it was an old game that they brought back. It's actually
Okay.
really cool. My favorite part about it is the GM doesn't roll anything, so the
I
players
hate it
roll the
already.
dice. No, it's kind of nice because it's like they can't blame you for anything. If they die, it's because they roll
Well, they will.
terribly, not you, and they will. Yeah, but it's an OSR game. Everyone dies all the time because it's OSR. But to make
Fair.
it simple, yeah. So sorry, that just got me off course. So yeah, like you roll when the GM attacks you, you roll for defense, and they have like a base number of an attack number. So if they do 3 damage, they just do 3 damage. So if instead of a D6 damage, you do the flat 3 damage each time. So
Yeah.
there's another game called Simbaroom that is sort of like this. It's based off of the system, but it's very straightforward, very easy to play.
Did you say there's another game called Subaru?
Simbaroom. It's a
Oh, okay.
I think English game. I think it's actually really good. I need to highlight that next time. Game art in that game is absolutely. But Dragon
I was like,
Warriors,
Subaru? I didn't know the lesbians had their own tabletop.
that would be awesome. That they do. It's called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It's also a very
Wrong
No,
good
it's
game.
definitely called
podcast.
I Drive a Subaru Outback.
No, I mean like there's literally a game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians that's about Thirsty Sword Lesbians. All play lesbians.
I want to play Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Okay, well,
That sounds
buy
like
the
fun
game.
to
Wrong.
look into.
Yeah,
Wrong
yeah,
podcast.
It doesn't have to be the wrong podcast.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is 18 plus.
Tabletop
It's 18
adjacent.
plus. They clicked on the OK. They clicked yes, I am 18. So, what was I
Did
going
I
to say
send y'all
about
that TikTok that
Oh,
says
God.
Subaru, what makes a lesbian a lesbian?
this?
What the fuck?
So
I think
this
so.
is really cheap. It's pay what you want on DriveThruRPG for the PDF, and it's also
Oh,
pay
nice.
what you want for the book itself. So you could get this book for
Wow.
as cheap as like $11 for a
Oh, yeah.
hardcover copy. So, and it's a good game. It's an easy game to run and play. There's a whole world, and there's a bunch of modules for it.
God damn it.
It's
let me
just
get back
it's
on-
very very brutal. It's a very brutal game. So if you don't like dying, this
I'm
isn't the
in.
game for you. But I love it. So think about it. Get it. It's cheap. You know, it's worth it.
Hell
So
yeah.
Hey,
moving
we
on.
like cheap around
I'm
here.
Cheap. I'm
Yeah,
cheap. Oh wait,
yeah.
no, wrong podcast.
Wash your
It's not what your
hands.
OnlyFans says.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Wash your hands.
Don't have to. There's a party in my tummy. So
So
yummy.
yummy.
So
So
yummy.
yummy.
There's a hanger. Wait, what?
Nope.
And on that note, that's
Wrong podcast.
on to our
I thought you were
But
putting
you
your
do
teeth
need
in.
to wash your hands. I know what city you were in this weekend. That is a fucking
Oh.
gross place.
Were
That
you
is
in
a
Las
gross
Vegas
place.
again? Were you in Las Vegas
No,
again?
I was in College Station.
Worse.
Oh,
College Station, home of the fucking Aggies.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For
What are you
all
eating?
of you listeners, both Noah and Kristen are from Texas.
Yes, but
thought you were
Noah actually roots for a halfway decent school in the Louisiana State University Bayou Bengals. Go Tigers! Fuck the Aggies.
I thought you were putting your teeth in.
What?
Wow,
I thought you were putting your teeth in.
shots fired. Okay, so let's talk about gaming. Gaming. How just like with this podcast and how I have to keep it in line. How do we
Damn
keep
it.
players in line? How do we?
I have no fucking clue.
So I have like two thoughts on this. First of all, so with my group, I find that you just got to throw out a ton of clues. Like I don't like railroading, but that doesn't mean I can't just waterboard them with clues until they get what the plot is. You know
Heroes
what I
don't
mean?
Use
waterboard.
diesel. It's better fluid.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just like sometimes you just like. So there's a blog I follow called the Alexandrian, and one of the things they talk about is the 3 clue rule. So for every clue you think they need 3 clues because they don't think like you. They're generally
Mm.
tired, because a lot of us work, you know what I mean, and all that shit. So, but they don't think like you. So you have to have at
Mm.
least 3 clues in order for them
could
to,
have left out the
to
like
get
you.
close. Was that?
You could have left out the like you.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
think.
true.
They just don't
That's
think
true.
like you.
Oh, let me clip that. Actually, that's a good
Wait a
clip.
fucking minute.
That's a good clipperitos. Clip that. Okay.
You said clip that.
So what was I
Fucking
gonna say?
touching.
Yeah. So I mean, like, just
Three
give them a lot
clues.
of clues so that you don't have to railroad them, right? Like, make it like as long as they think that it's their idea, they think that they're smart, they're happy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we figured it out. It's like, yeah, because I hit you with a brick full of clues. And like they don't know though, because like they don't think like you, so they don't know. So you have to like be
My
heavy-handed
wife does
with the
that shit
information.
to me.
Yeah,
Your wife's a
yeah,
smart woman.
yeah, yeah. She is.
Well, I
Good
mean,
run
she's
games.
married to Noah, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't give her that
maybe
much credit.
questionable.
She did hitch her fucking wagon to me.
She's intelligent, but maybe did not make the right life choice.
Fact.
I don't know. I would rather have Noah on my side than opposing me. So maybe she
That's
did.
a
That's
big
true.
fact.
Fair.
That's true.
That's fair.
When some shady
Got
shit
that-
done, call me and Noah.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah, if you people should see us in our chats. Like every time something goes wrong, we're like, okay, where are
What
we
do you mean,
going?
you people?
The people watching us, not us. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I get the joke now. Sorry. Oh yeah, I'll clip that
That's
too.
so
We need
real.
more clips. We need more clips for our non-existent TikTok that I need to make.
We're
No,
annoying.
okay, you just make it and then I'll just send you the stuff.
Sorry, stuff in my face. Send me the email. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Um, let's see. Well, I
Holy
can't do it
hell.
So
right now because I've got 3 screens going right now already. So.
Oh.
Bougie as fuck.
Send me the email. I'll do it tonight when we go offline.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So yeah, just throw clues at them. But the other part is like, why do you have to keep them in line? You know what I mean? Because like they'll follow the story that they want to play.
That's kind
So
of what I've
it's
resigned
like-
myself to.
Yeah, but I think there's a happy middle ground. Like I let my players go where they want to go, but I'm just gonna give them the clues, and then they can ignore them if they want to. You know what I mean? Which they
You
usually
can tell them
do.
to go to this settlement.
Well,
and
I
then
don't tell them.
punish them
I just say
if they go
there's
somewhere
there's-
else.
there's something happening in this settlement. If they don't want to go there, that's fine. They'll get there eventually. Because there's
Will
stuff
they?
happening
Will
there.
they, Joe? Will they get there?
We did get there eventually. We did.
We just made some stops.
Yeah, we just made some stops. And you know what? That stop was fun as hell. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was.
That was a
Both
blast.
stops. Because
So
we got mole rats.
Yeah.
And then
We shot a lady for
shot
no
a lady
reason.
and got put in timeout.
Bet
Wait,
that
who
lady
shot
Attempted
a
was
lady?
fun.
manslaughter. Attempted manslaughter. I mean, it's
Oh,
fine.
I shot a lady for no reason.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes not being on track is the most fun because then everybody is like, doing what they want to do. It's weird.
Yeah.
And also, Kristen, like I said many times, it was on the way. Sorry, but like you
It
could
was.
draw
It was on the way.
you could draw a line through both of those settlements to the settlement we were
Fair.
going to.
That's fair.
Like,
It was on the way.
I just
You are
looked at the
correct.
map and it was just like, okay, these are right down the road. So I mean,
Well,
I'm
as
sorry.
much as I
but-
bitch about it, like I'm not upset about it. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun, and I laughed
Yeah.
really hard. Like it was fun.
Yeah, and
Y'all are
so
just-
we're just asshats, but like it was fun.
Yeah.
So that's
Have you
my
ever
2.
met a D&D table that's not asshats?
Speak for yourself.
Yes,
I'm an
yes, and they're
angel.
really boring. Yes, and they're really boring. I don't know if you ever
Those
played
are-
with like straight laced players. It's the most boring thing on the planet. It sucks so
I
bad.
put a bullet in my head so fucking
Yeah,
fast.
yeah. It's like, oh my god. I tried at one point playing a vampire game with these straight laced players. It was just like, oh my god. Like every time I would try to like have fun, it would be like, well, we're doing this because this is the best thing for you, and we're serious. And it's like, I don't care.
Fuck the story.
I don't care.
Matt's trying to squirrel us.
Yeah.
That's derailing us.
All right. I'm just gonna pin that message to confuse
There you
people
go.
even more. Okay.
Clip it. Clip it. There's proof that Matt derailed us.
Yeah. That's yeah. So what was I saying?
Well, I like how we all just stopped to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
it's-
big
he
chunk.
knows he knows we have ADHD, so like it was just like big thing. Okay, read. Okay. So
Must
back
be important. Nope.
To nope, no.
It was big.
Back to
It was
roller rinks. Oh,
it was a paragraph and then all caps. Point for the straight laced players. We got back on topic and we talked shit.
Which,
Yeah.
can I tell you, as somebody with fucking ADHD, the first thing I locked my eyes to was all caps, want you to
Yeah.
take your shoes off, and
Yeah.
then had
Yeah,
to go
that-
back and reread
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
but okay, but why though? Why would you hurt yourself?
Yeah, what are we doing?
All right, back on topic. So
Damn it,
straight laced
Joe.
players, they
Some
just
of us
they,
have tactile dysfunction and
Yeah.
don't like the feeling on the bottom of our feet touching anything but our socks, motherfucker.
Wrong.
I don't
ta-
like
oh, tactile.
socks.
Never mind,
I have
never mind.
tactile. I
Tactile,
don't
not
like
erectile.
socks. I don't like socks. I mean,
That's
they
next
can't.
month
I
when
yeah,
hate.
start
They're
taking
like
tread.
prisons for your feet. I fucking hate socks.
I hate socks. Yeah. Yeah.
They're prisons for your feet.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife tried to give me a foot massage a couple weeks ago, and I almost
Ah,
smacked the fuck out of her. I was like, "Don't touch
Yeah.
my fucking feet."
that's how you get
Yeah.
kicked in the jaw.
I don't like my feet being touched, but I also don't like touching other people's. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
like feet. They look weird. I don't like them. I'm sorry.
No, bro, sock prison all fucking day.
Nah, screw that. I gotta
Or,
be
like, if
free.
you
I
walk-
gotta be free,
If
bro.
you walk in
This-
your
this is
socks in
America.
the house or outside, drives me crazy. Like either put
Yeah.
shoes
Not
on or take the
outside.
socks off.
Not
Yeah.
outside, but in the house, socks on
You
definitely.
can't be mid level. Like one or the other.
Bitch, I
And,
live in the
like-
country. We got grass burrs and shit out here.
And also, wet socks is the worst experience on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Wet socks like
Change your
makes
socks,
me
bro.
no, but like when you're outside walking and like you didn't wear like shoes that were waterproof, like you're wearing your Chuck Taylors. The news got it wrong. You're walking down the street, it starts raining, and now your socks are soaked and your shoes are soaked. It's the worst experience on the planet. It feels
Just go
gross the
barefoot at that
entire
point,
time.
honestly.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It sucks. But sorry, digression.
Well, back to the
sorry.
most redneck thing I've ever done. I walked the whole entire state park barefoot.
Oh wow.
I used to walk down my gravel driveway barefoot back when I lived in the sticks. I still go outside barefoot, but I live
I
in
know,
a
it's
yeah,
not barefoot all the
I
time.
go-
subdivision
yeah,
now.
yeah. I don't mind it. Like it is what it is. But I live in a city, so you know it's like
Then you end up with Safeway feet.
is that
Then you end up with Safeway feet.
yeah. yeah. So I guess we should get back to topic after the Safeway feed.
Damn it.
So gaming, like Matt said. Yeah. So anybody else have
hold
any
on a second.
ideas?
For keeping them in line. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to plug in my charger for my headset because it gave me a low battery warning.
Uh-oh.
So that means I got about 10, 15 minutes. Um,
Plug it
so-
in,
Don't worry,
plug
we
it
won't
in.
get
For
shit
keeping them
done
in
10
line,
minutes.
for keeping them in line, I'm the note taker for ours, and that kind of helps rehash of what we did last session to keep them on
Yeah.
to keep them on track for that, and then be like, okay, well, they say, oh, well, this shit, and I'm like, no, this is what happened last session. So there we go. We can get back to that. So this, you already have this. It's good.
That shit helps me. I'm like, I have no fucking clue what we did last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in
Bro,
your
Matt
defense,
gave
you
me-
run like 3 different games.
There.
After I got into Matt's game, he told me, he's like, yeah, oh, and I gave you a notepad tab, and I was like, never gonna use that.
Let me draw pictures of penises.
I mean,
I think he's like, no, it's to use if you want to tell me something directly, but you know, here in the game. I was like, oh,
Okay,
okay, so
Matt.
I went, hi.
Matt just he fired some shots. I also agree that Jace is the best
Jace,
Planeswalker.
Greatest planeswalker.
Yeah, Jace is the greatest Planeswalker of all time. Even though did they
What-
ban Jace?
what's
Did they ban
Planeswalker?
Jace?
No,
Planeswalkers
Jace is
are-
not banned.
It's like really powerful cards. You essentially play like a
It's-
wizard.
Is
in
it
the game.
Magic.
MTG?
It's Magic the
Oh.
Gathering.
God damn
Yeah.
it! One fucking podcast.
I didn't even fucking do it this time. No, you
You
and
started
me.
it.
Did you
Matt
watch,
started it.
Kristen? Did you watch
Let's
the
set
podcast where
please
it was
do
just me and Noah?
subject.
Did you watch the
No.
podcast where it was just me
Please
and Noah?
clip the one fucking episode.
You should watch that podcast.
Nope.
No, you should. You definitely should.
How much shit did y'all talk about me? And fucking
Nothing.
MTG?
We didn't actually talk about you. We just talked about wrestling and MTG to the point where you would hate it.
Fuck you guys. I'm
We
out.
didn't talk about you. We were too. We
One
were
goddamn
busy.
podcast.
We were
Yeah,
busy.
but I said the line as soon as Joe brought up magic. I was like, one goddamn episode.
All right, I'm clipping
Oh
that
my
too,
God.
just for Kristen. I'll keep that one,
Oh.
just for Kristen. All right.
One
But
so,
since
goddamn
we're on the
episode.
subject, no, Jace is not the greatest planeswalker, and at the risk of sounding like a fucking racist, it's mono white or bust, motherfucker. Elspeth gang, you bitch.
Flip that shit.
last
Flip that
time I
shit.
played
Flip that
Magic,
one.
last time I played Magic, Card was really good. Card was really good last time I played Magic, but that was years ago. So I had 2 of those that I sold them for money. Blue is better. I want to be honest with you. Blue is better. Blue is amazing, but
Shampoo is better.
I just like playing on other people's turns. Why would I take 1 turn when I can have 2 turns? You know what I mean? That's if I'm playing the game, I want to play the game the entire time.
No, I got it.
Garg. All right.
Oh, man.
All right, Matt. I'm just going to invite you, and then you're just going to have to join.
Yeah, just don't wear fucking pants, bro. Nobody
Or
Or
else
we're
is.
just gonna, or we're yeah. Well, I am. You saw me stand up looking for my stuff.
Oh, by the way, 'cause
Spoiler.
I'm sure y'all totally fucking forgot last week because I wasn't here to fucking remind anybody. Happy alcoholics with no fucking outlook on life and no clue what to do with their life day last weekend.
Matt is actually.
I hope everybody had a good Veterans Day Saturday.
Hold on. Speaking of holidays, my birthday was yesterday.
Happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
I can't.
He
just have
wants to
one
say it so bad. He wants to
10
say it so
second-
bad.
10 fucking seconds. That's all I wanted. 10 seconds of attention.
Nope.
That's it.
Can't
Did
have
you
that.
just like, nope, thunder stolen.
Can't have that. Oh yeah. It's
You
actually
took it with the
fucking new here.
MTG. You had your attention with the MTG.
I didn't do that. Matt did it.
You had the attention.
And also, fuck you and your birthday. My mommy's birthday.
All right,
So
I gotta
Charles
get
Manson.
Matt on the screen. It's
With
going to be
mommy.
a second.
Huh? My birth
It'll be a
mommy.
second.
Ah,
You.
It's
Yeah.
Charles Manson's
so
birthday,
it's her
too.
fault.
No. Kristen, earmuffs. Birth mommy and dungeon mommy share the same birthday.
What the fuck?
Oh, please clip that. Oh, please clip that.
Okay, yeah, I'll clip that.
What the
Along with
fuck,
you.
man?
Along with who, Kristen?
Wow.
My
Every
3 favorite
time.
psychos. My mom, Kristen, Charles Manson.
He's from my
Yeah.
hometown. He's from my hometown.
Yeah, you've got quite a few serial killers up there in Ohio, right?
There's nothing else
You
to
You
do
know,
in
he's the
Ohio.
CIA's fault. It's
Yeah.
Matt!
There's
Buddy!
nothing.
That's
There's
about
nothing
to
else
be
to do in
on.
Ohio.
Oh.
I mean, there is. You could eat watery chili.
Ugh.
Hey, Matt, can you speak
So
for
if-
us real quick, just so that we know that you exist? He is
Nope.
muted. You're muted.
Him mute.
He's Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Hello?
There
Yes.
you go. All right. And
Yes,
we'll have
Jake-
you up on the screen here in a second.
Jace Belarin, the Living Guild Pact is the greatest
Nope.
the greatest planeswalker of all time.
Nope.
And
I agree.
and ready for this? That wasn't a Magic comment. That was a D&D comment.
Hey,
Ah,
Joe, his mic is
It's
super
both.
hot. Can you fix that?
I got it.
Yeah, my mic is super hot.
Ayo.
Hot people got hot mics.
I'd like to thank Blue Yeti for supporting me.
Oh, I had it. Hold on. 46. Try that, Matt.
Sonic is awesome.
Still hot.
That's better.
Hey,
I've got him at
Hmm.
46. I don't know how much more you want me to turn him down.
well, I turned him
Oh.
down too, and it didn't fix it.
I don't know.
I
He's just
cannot be
gonna have to be-
contained.
You're just gonna have to be loud and hot.
That's been
You know,
Wrong
This is a
podcast.
this is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Wrong podcast.
Wash
just
your
like
hands.
Florida. Like Florida.
Just like
Florida,
That's our
Florida.
new-
Florida.
Yes, guys. Thanks to our new Degenerates of Dice podcast, Hot and Mic'd or whatever Noah just said.
What?
Loud
What
and
is
hot. Loud and hot.
Doing it
Yeah,
live.
loud and hot. Yeah.
Oh, is that like Rolling Loud? That's such an awesome fucking music festival.
All right, back on topic now that I got everything done. Gaming. So keeping
What?
players on topic, just like us. Now that we have 3 neurodivergent people on the stream instead of just sorry,
Yes.
4 neurodivergent people on the stream instead of just 3. Sorry, Jen.
I feel it is vitally important. I feel it is absolutely vitally important to put no distractions in front of people when they're in the middle of something really important.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
Right. So about roller skates and
But I mean, that actually is a good point. Like when I do my room, I try to have it like be as distraction free as possible. When I set up my living room for gaming, because I don't want them looking at other places, and it helps. But I mean,
I
still, like,
definitely
they're-
don't want them looking in other places in my house
yeah,
either.
yeah. It's like, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm washing my hands.
well, no,
In the words of the great Kristen, kinks are hereditary. Put that out there.
Kingstar Hereditary. You're right.
But you know what I mean? Like, even with that, players are just kind of like, you kind of do have to hit them on the head with the clues in order for them to get it. Like, you really have to be like, clue, and they're just like, oh, I just figured something out. It's like,
Oh, light bulb.
okay.
Light
I
bulb.
have a counterpoint to your rule of 3 clues because normally I do it,
Yeah.
but there's always the Moblin the Goblin rule,
What's that?
which is to say that, like, say you want to put 3 clues on somebody or in a group, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's like, yes, you walk into this tavern and there's this ranger and there's this crazy orc and there's the barkeep and they're like, hey, is there anything else in here? And you're like, yeah, there's a goblin just
named
sort of like
Boblin. Yeah, Boblin Goblin. Yeah.
there's a goblin hanging out by the fireplace, and they will fucking ignore the fact
Yeah.
that that's
Oh, yeah,
Aragorn on his way to Mount Doom, or that is fucking Thrall trying to get you into the latest World of Warcraft raid. They will ignore all of that to go fuck off with a goblin hanging out by a fireplace for
Yeah.
literally 6 hours.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And-
Yeah. I have done that.
I have
He became my
seen it-
pet. His name was
I have
Bud.
seen it lapse. I have seen it lapse into 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Because then they wanted to take him shopping because they didn't like what he was wearing. So
Yeah.
they decided to like take him around and like get him. It was like a pretty woman but with a goblin. Okay, and they were
All I'm
prepared to
picturing
spend.
is the
All right, I gotta-
Gremlins
I gotta
and
clip that.
the
They
one
were
in drag.
prepared to spend an obscene amount of money on
and it's
this
fun.
goblin.
And it's funny though. It's fun though. Like,
And-
give them what they
And it's
want.
memorable.
Give them what they
And, well,
want.
and
But
here's-
also,
here's-
Boblin the Goblin can vomit stuff at them too. You can still use Boblin the Goblin as your clue monkey. But
Right. But I think the key there though is like you always want to like once you read your table,
yeah,
like if you start giving them like I originally thought of this for live action role playing games, but it applies to tabletop as well. Like mysteries, quote unquote,
yeah,
they exist on a bell curve. And
yeah.
if you give them too few clues,
They
they'll
just
go
don't
drift
get it.
off and go find other shit to do.
Yeah,
If
they just
you
start
put
looking
too
for bears
much
in the
on-
wood.
Right. If you put
Yeah.
too much on them, then they freak the fuck out and
Yeah. They go too
go
fast.
off and
They go too fast.
go
And
AWOL.
they start making massive assumptions, and then
or
you just
that's the other thing that on the one hand, for a newer game master, that would be terrifying.
yeah.
They grabbed the wrong clue and just
Yeah.
fucking went with it.
Yeah, which
Um,
happened at my last session, which is fine with me because usually they have pretty good ideas. So like, I want them to grab the
Right.
wrong clue, just be like, "Ooh, that's actually better."
Right.
Didn't think about that
Um,
guy.
My secret is it's exactly what you just said, but it's also covered in the Star Trek RPG because like assume your characters know the world that they're living in
Yeah,
and they, they're sitting here talking amongst themselves, and they picked up on a clue. Now, a less experienced GM or a GM that's a little more constrained to
Yeah.
the parameters of their world would be like, no, it has to be option A or option B.
Yeah.
But if you just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and get out of
Yeah.
your own way,
Yeah.
and you let them just sit there and
They
the
will
current
write your
7th
entire fucking campaign
Right.
for you.
right.
Like they will
The
write
current-
it for you.
The current 7th C game that I'm running is a master class in perfecting one facial expression. And that facial expression is, oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And they will just keep going. And
Yeah,
not only, and
yeah.
at that point, it's a fucking writer's room. You're just
Yeah.
sitting there watching them throw the plot at each other. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, what if it's this? What if this? And every so often, you just sort of make a little
It's like,
note.
oh
whether it's
yeah,
Yeah.
mental. Well, the thing is, you make it mentally. You don't
Yeah.
let
You
them
don't.
see
You don't write it down. Yeah.
write
Yeah.
down what
Yeah.
they're talking
What
about.
you do is you give a sinister smile as if they think that they're catching on. Like you want to make them think that they're catching on to your story when in reality they're writing your story for you. But you have to make
Yeah.
them think that you thought about it the entire time. Then they think it's epic. If they find out that they're writing the story for you, they it becomes less epic. But if you make them think like, oh, we figured out the conspiracy, it's like, yeah, you did. Good job, guys.
You're so
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, you're so smart. Like that's
Well-
the thing though. You just want to like. Also, just to think about it this way: say you have 4 players, 5 brains is usually better than 1 brain. Not always,
No, not always.
but generally, like having the
depends on the brain.
having the creativity of 5 brains at a table is going to be generally more interesting than having the creativity of 1 brain at the table. You might not have
Right.
the most interesting story that could possibly happen. Like I'll give you an example. I ran Decuma for my Rips game. They came up with some great ideas that I never would have thought of. Now we have the Mothman in our game, which since it's Savage Worlds, we could do that because Holler has the Mothman stats in it. And it's like they have cryptids and all that because it's based in Appalachia, so it makes sense. And it's Rift, so literally anything can exist in it. So that's what we did. And I mean, I love it. It's great. It was something I didn't think of, but it's awesome.
And your
Also,
players
it's
are
an-
loving it.
Yeah, yeah. They love it because it's
Also-
their idea.
Also, it is the ultimate cure for you are just completely fragged and you are just not ready to run the game. You don't want to
Yeah.
run the game.
Yeah.
You're just fucking burned. But
Yeah.
you know that once you get that initial hit, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like
First
you
hit's
just need
always free, baby.
But
Next time
you
bring
know what I'm
lunch
saying.
money.
It's the
Next time bring lunch money.
I don't want to go out to a party, but the moment you get to the party, you're like,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Like
I mean,
And that's how
That's-
back whores are born, ladies and gentlemen.
what like
That's
and
why I
also
love the
like
party.
no, I'm just saying there have been plenty of games that I have run for people in
Yeah.
this discussion right now
Yeah.
that I had zero fucking motivation that day.
yeah, yeah. I do that all
And-
the time. Yeah.
And
Whatever.
I got them down. I'm like, all right, where were we? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're walking down the street, and I don't know, what are you guys talking about? And then I just sit back,
So
and they fucking go.
So, like,
And I'm like,
here's like
okay,
there's
I
a
can
there's
play
a
with
way to
that.
say that. It's you're in the problem department, not the solution department. All you gotta do is just throw one problem at them first, and then they will figure it out, and then they'll automatically want to do. They'll automatically have a direction in their own minds of where they want to go. And you know what you do? You just throw another problem at them. Throw dilemmas
Lava
at
chat
them.
grenade. Lava chat grenade. Yeah.
Yeah, just whenever you feel like you have no direction or anything like that, just put a problem in their way. And another thing is like, don't really think about the railroads. Think more about like what are cool locations that would give them the story, just through the location. Yeah, Alexander RPG is here. Awesome. Yeah, like what are cool locations that would give them the story, and what are cool scenarios that would give them the story to make them want to move forward on their own. But you don't really want to plan too much above the session that comes next, right? Because they're going to throw a
Right.
bunch of ideas at you, and you want to be able to absorb all of that, and also their backstory ideas that they get kind of made during sessions too. You want to be able to absorb all that, and also like, if they stab Boblin the Goblin at some point, You want to be able to have his family come back and attack them. His children come back like Batman. That's always fun because the first rule of being an assassin is always kill the children. If you kill somebody, their children will come back and hunt you like Batman. So just think about that. They'll go out to the mountains. They'll train.
If you want
become
Batman,
monks.
that's how you get Batman.
Yeah, that's how you get Batman. So just put that out there. Yeah, I also want to be part of the problem department. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Never overplay when the players become your enemy. You don't want them to be your enemy. You're in this together. You know, it's like Red Green says. We're all in this together. You know what I mean?
Well, and this has served me well in a number of situations. Like I know the way I design adventures or campaigns or everything. It's like a tent,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm not talking about like the Walmart $50 easy ups. I'm talking about like a GP
tents.
medium.
Yeah, real tents.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a big ass
4
fucking
seasons.
tent with actual tent poles.
Yeah.
Because like I think of it like a movie. Seventh Sea's story system works really well for this.
Yeah.
Because
cinematic.
I want to do a story with 4 plot beats, and I want A, B, C, and D, and I don't care how we get there.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah.
And the thing is, the gap between point A and point B may be 2 months fucking long.
Yeah, it could be 1 session. It could be 8 sessions. Who cares?
Or it could be
Yeah.
And
cares?
the
As long
thing
as
is
fun.
this: that lets the players progress through the world at their own pace, which
Yeah.
is what people do anyway.
Yeah. Kristen,
but-
with us going to the random town.
Right.
We took a whole session
but
to do nothing.
But what makes it? But here's the storytelling trick. Here's the game master trick. What focuses your players on those tent poles is that those tent poles are going to happen no matter what.
Yep.
Like, and you don't tell anybody that. Like, you let people think that they have choice.
Powered by the
But-
Apocalypse calls them fronts. That's what they're called. Powered by the
Right.
Apocalypse. They call it different things in different games, but fronts essentially.
No,
read fronts from Powered by the Apocalypse, and you'll get it.
I'm a big fan of the David Tennant Doctor Who concept of there being malleable points in time and fixed points in time. Like
Yeah.
the Kennedy assassination is going to happen. It will. There's
Yeah,
nothing
'cause
you can
the
do to
CIA
stop it.
is the thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's not.
Well, I think it was the FBI who killed him, not the CIA.
But
It was Lyndon Johnson.
Well,
yeah,
the thing is this,
absolutely.
like-
yeah. Well, the mob wasn't.
Well,
That's a different podcast,
Well,
which we do need to have
so-
our conspiracy theory podcast. By the way, that needs to happen.
So here's the thought, or so here's where I'm talking about. Like, let's say that point C in my tentpole thing is the high priest of the major religion in your campaign world is assassinated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now you've been kind of throwing the seasoning into the group of
Yeah, a little
there's
salt and
unrest,
pepper.
people don't dig the church, there's this going on. Salt and pepper ain't seasoning. Anyway,
It was a
so
figurative expression. I know you got to add garlic
Yeah,
powder and all that.
He's from Ohio, but you can't.
No, I'm black. I know what
So-
seasoning is. I know what seasoning is. Trust me.
so
There's a reason why I don't eat the
I
barbecue
mentioned
here.
color.
I make my own
I
barbecue
mentioned
here.
color.
I do.
Anyway,
I-
so-
I don't eat the barbecue here for a
So
reason.
like I said-
It's dry
like I
and it's
said,
not seasoned.
so like I said,
Also,
point C-
Noah, please send me some brisket, and you have to send Maddie brisket because she's never had it. So next time.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back on track.
Yeah, so point C is the high
Yeah.
priest is going to be assassinated.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, you throw that into the world, right?
Yeah.
And the players can do one of two things with it. They can go, fuck it, and they
Yeah.
can ignore it.
Because the
or whatever,
consequences still
and then
happen.
2 months later,
Yeah.
the church goes into chaos.
Yeah.
There's a new faction that comes up that's even fucking worse than that guy,
Yeah.
and everything
course.
else. Or they can be like, oh, you know what? We have big swords and we have cool magics that other people don't. Maybe we can stop this, or at least
Yeah.
influence it in some way. Maybe this guy was a jerkbag, and saving his life starts like turning his policies away from being a jerkbag. Well, like, if you know one way or another that's going to happen, what makes it really fun is when the players get to that tentpole moment
Yeah.
and you are just walking them through the fact that this is happening,
Yeah.
and they decide to just, I don't know, have a random conversation off to the side while it's happening. Then they're there at the moment of the assassination,
Yeah.
and they're like, we could have fucking stopped it. And that's what I mean by it. It focuses the players on, like, big fucking moments are going to occur in this campaign, and if I'm
Yeah.
not paying attention, I'm gonna miss epic fucking stories.
Yeah.
Because I was goofing off trying to dress
To
Bobble the
outfit.
Goblin.
Yeah, outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like,
And
that,
Miss
I kind of,
Epic Loot.
yeah. And like, so like for me, it's like, that's why I plan like locations and scenarios, right? Because a location could have that epic thing happen as soon as they reach it. So if they don't want to go for a couple weeks, that's fine. When they get there, it can happen then. Like, let's say the priest is being assassinated. There's no set time on that. So as soon as they walk into town, they can be like, oh crap, yeah, that priest we were talking about, he's going to be assassinated. If they ignore it, yeah, they're already in the town, so that, like, all the repercussions are happening then. You know, the shit goes down right then and there. You know what I mean? So you can still have a little bit of that. But if they can still ignore it, but if they do ignore it, you know, at least they're in the town as they're ignoring it, so the shit goes down. Which is, I forget, I think it's called, was it Forbidden Lands that has that, where you have locations, but you just put them anywhere on the map. And that's one thing that I like about having your own, you know, world building, is that you just put stuff on the map. You can put it wherever you want. So like wherever they are, you can be like, oh yeah, there's a town right there in the next hex. They go there, and that's a town that's important. So like if you want a railroad, all you have to do is world building.
So like I do something kind of similar to where in my games, like when I'm making maps, I only make maps for shit that I know is going to happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Bitch, use your imagination for everything else in between and how you fucking get there. That is not my problem. That is your problem.
yeah.
You wanted to stray from the path, so you got to figure out what it fucking looks like from here on out.
I mean,
But once you get back into my neck of the woods, maybe I got some visual illustrations for you.
I mean, and yeah, but there's also times where it's like, well, they're out of my woods, but at the same time, they have a really cool idea. And then it's like, okay, well, I want to keep going with this thing, because this thing is wild. Let's see what this
Right.
happens. That's kind of where, you know. That's why I
No,
tend to use
I just-
more generic maps, is because, like, I'm more interested in what they're doing. Like, oh, that's actually a cool idea. And they're all getting excited. I am not going to go back to my neck of the woods. till
Right.
the
I
main,
mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when I'm building shit out, right?
Yeah.
Like Matt said, I know that there's going to be four
Yeah,
things
like-
that happen, right?
Yeah.
So these 4 things I have. They're
Yeah.
built. They're ready to go. When they get there, they get there.
Yeah.
Everything else, I might not have a fucking visual representation for it yet. If it's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that I think that we're gonna play around here for a little bit after
Yeah.
after that first session where it happens, then maybe I kind of
Yeah. Or if it's at the
You know-
beginning of the session, like a lot of times you want to put stuff at the beginning of
Right.
the session where it's like, okay, well, you guys are in this town. Guess what? This is happening right now. And play.
well, that's
and go.
why I always try to start out the session as chaotic as possible for Kristen,
Yeah,
and so she
yeah.
has something to build on throughout the night.
Thanks for that.
Well, no,
I
because
appreciate it.
she'll
I
she'll
will-
make it chaotic if we don't make it chaotic. And she gets bored with us, so it's just like, well, okay.
I will do that.
We are a
Yeah.
pretty
I-
boring table. I mean, all of us just angels, and you
You
know.
guys suck as people.
All right,
No,
it
we
was
don't.
and it was her idea to put frogs in the junk jet.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, if it's not chaotic enough, I will supply chaos.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't understand
And
how
that
Kristen
was-
runs a table full of fucking rules lawyers like she does. 'cause it's just-
I'm a fucking saint. I don't tell you.
yeah.
yeah, something.
I think I'm the most rules lawyery out of our group, and I'm not a rules. You know what I mean? Like I don't care.
I will.
I
I
can't
will
even
say.
spell either one of those words, so I don't even know what they mean.
I will say that virtual tabletops really work well for kind of ad hoc creation
Yeah.
because, well, and the reason I say that is because I will usually pair my amazing Google Foo skills with a conversation grenade. Like,
yeah.
the guys are, sitting at this, they're sitting in this church, and they want to go to like, this happened in my Cyberpunk game. They were at their hideout, which had sort of like, they'd taken over a building in Pacifica just to stay the fuck out of the way of NCPD, who they had pissed off. And they were
Like you
going to
do.
go.
Like you do.
Well, the thing is, originally, they were going to meet their fixer at this chop shop to do the handoff, but then last minute, the group changes where they want the meet to be, right? So I had
That's
already
fine.
had for the previous day, I had like a garage, and I had some cars, and it was great, because one of the benefits of the whole paid DM gig is I've been able to subscribe to Patreon
Yeah.
people who literally do 3D maps or do
I
like
just want to
really
say
awesome
quick.
immersive
I just want to do
animated
a quick
maps.
shout out to Solution Maps. They're one of our followers.
Solution.
Yeah, best maps you can
Solution
find.
is truth, dude.
And
Okay,
also
okay,
Lion
I'll
Banner
be back
Games.
in a minute.
Okay, Lion
Right.
Banner Games also makes great 3D maps, but Solution makes the best. Solution's for the children. Just put that out there.
Solution is for the children. But so the thing is, they decided they were gonna like make a hard left and meet at this fucking pizzeria, right? And so I was like, okay, Eddie's not really on board with this. Like, Eddie's really not. For you guys have worked with Eddie long enough to
Yeah.
know
He doesn't
he's
like
not
changing
just
his
going to
plans.
go with this.
Yeah.
How are you going to sell him on this? Throw. And then I sat back, and while they were sitting here like, oh, well, we can invite him here, we do this, I'm
get
over
30
on another
minutes.
scene building the damn thing because I
yeah.
know that I just created a 45-minute window.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Um,
And also, just bathroom breaks. Bathroom breaks are great for that. Go into the bathroom, sit on your phone, find the shit.
Yeah. You know what? That's the problem. You know what? That's the problem with motherfuckers not smoking cigarettes anymore. Like,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
kick them out of your.
What
No,
are you
you
talking
can't.
about?
No, you can't kick them out of your house to
Yeah.
go smoke while you furiously set yourself up for shit. Now they fucking smell like Tutti Frutti or fucking Cocoa Pebbles or whatever, and like it's not bad that they're just sitting there doing it, and you're like,
Nation.
well, fuck, I can't do anything about this.
Yeah, that's bathroom breaks, man. Just sit on that toilet and get on your phone and just find it. Like, you don't have it. Just even if you don't have to go, just walk into the bathroom, sit down, and find what you need to find. This is a Joe pro tip. Food breaks, same thing. Make sure that like if you know that you need a break, you know shit's going off the rails. Order that pizza right then and there. Trust me, it works every time. Order that pizza.
So you
Sorry.
So you heard it here from Joe.
Yeah.
If ever you are confused at a gaming table, just stand up and walk away. Don't even explain it. Just stand up and walk to the bathroom.
Especially if
Now,
you're at a
you
con.
and another
Especially if
person-
you're at a con.
Got a
If you're at a
shit.
con. If you're at a con, just stand up and walk away. Don't say anything. Don't explain it. Just walk away. You
First
don't have
off,
to
if
come
you're
back
at a con, the first thing you need to do is go take a shower.
Yeah.
What, deodorant?
Hands.
Listen, just because it's not summer does not mean you don't need fucking deodorant, assholes. Wear
smell-
deodorant.
The
You
smell of
smelly fucks.
the smell
I
of
swear to
con
God,
sticks
I
to
walk
the
into
walls.
one more game store and smell you neckbeard, basement dwelling motherfuckers. I'm gonna start swinging. Deodorant. Axe is
And
acceptable.
cologne. And
Not
cologne.
preferred, but acceptable. Wear that shit.
Another pro tip: Dolce & Gabbana, the one Intense is a very good cologne, and you should probably fucking wear it. It's not that expensive. It's a pretty good cologne. Just put that out there. So yeah,
The more you know.
the more you know. I should get like a little overlay of that too every time we drop truth bombs. I'll work on that for next time. Oh, what was I going to say? Okay.
Just saying, if I can wear deodorant in the gym, you can wear deodorant at the table, motherfucker.
Yeah, we should. I forget what they call it. Like, there's like a specific term for like the con funk. I forget what it's called.
Called
But-
con crud.
Yeah.
No,
like-
no, that's for the illness afterwards.
Yeah.
Probably con funk.
Yeah, what was the back when during the bird flu H1 Nerd One, because everyone at the cons got it. H1 Nerd One.
To quote
Uh,
Kristen, wash your hands, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
nasty. You nasties.
All
All
I'm
of
saying
you.
is I will never share dice with anyone at a con. I am sorry, but
No.
like those people, absolutely not. I'm sorry. Sorry, I know once again
No,
I
I-
said those people, but
I'm out.
it's-
I gotta derail this train for a minute because you said something about sharing dice. I had possibly the weirdest exchange I've ever fucking had in a capitalistic monetary exchange for goods. Right. So
was this
I
an
walked into
illicit
GameStop.
exchange? Gamer
No,
fuck,
it was
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I walked into GameStop, right? And I was just
First mistake is
checking
walking
out.
into GameStop.
I was just checking out the used game section because I was bored and didn't have anything to play, right? So
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I got points. What can I fucking not spend any money on? And so I'm over there, and somehow the guy fucking like, I don't know, picked up on the fact that I play D&D because I'm friends with the store manager, and he might have said something, right? And so dude goes, "Hey,
just spray it on him. Sorry, bro, but
Alexandria RPG,
you just
congrats."
I like at this
You
point
win.
you might as well just be like, okay, lift up your arms, bro. Lift up your arms. Okay, we're good.
Do that number.
It's like,
Let me see them
uppies,
stains.
uppies,
Anyway.
uppies. Sorry.
Uppies. Matt, uppies. Matt, uppies.
No, because I'm fat and this room is 70-something degrees. And even over the internet, I have courtesy.
Matt and I play Sea of Thieves religiously, and uppies is our keyword for, hey, harpoon me, motherfucker. I don't want to swim.
That's it's the wrong podcast for me to harpoon you, dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
Once again,
That's on the
18 plus.
OnlyFans?
18 plus.
well, okay, so it
You
was
signed.
uppies until I started saying "poon me, daddy," and then it got weird. Anyway, so I'm in GameStop, and dude goes, he goes, "Hey, you play D&D, right?" I'm like, weird question, but yeah. He's like, "We got some dice on clearance." I'm like, "Oh, I don't need to buy any more dice. I'm good."
Yeah.
We have the metal ones. I'm like, "No, I have like 2 sets of those metal ones. Like, I'm just here to look at video games. I'm not here for any tabletop or card game nonsense, and I don't want
Yeah.
your fucking Funko Pops. I just want a
Their
game
their
cheap,
magic
right?
cards are really expensive there. They have really,
Right. So he's like, he goes, "Oh, how many dice do you have?" I'm like,
who
"Like
the
a
fuck
lot."
knows how many dice they have?
Right. But so I was like, "I don't know, dude. Like, I just got a lot of dice." And he's like, "Oh, so like if you want to play D&D, does everybody need their own dice?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, if you were playing at my house, you'd probably have enough, but like
In
there's like
theory,
certain dice I'm not
everyone-
going to let you use." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, my daughter forgot her dice one time, and so I lent her a set of mine, and she was rolling fucking 1s and 2s all night, so I took them away and was like, no, use the dice app on your phone." This motherfucker goes, "Oh yeah, that's like a thing." I went, "I mean, yeah, dice jail's a thing." He goes, "No, bro, like, cause like, dice are basically stones, and like stones have energy remembrance in them. And like sometimes you can hold 2 separate stones in your hand, and then like you can see an energy ball form between your hands." And I was like, I'm way too sober for this fucking conversation, and I can't
Flipping that.
fucking have it. And it still happened for 45 minutes. As I tried to walk out the door, he would step in front of it and continue the conversation about transference of fucking multidimensional energy between beings and rocks. And I was like, okay.
Have you seen what we do
This
in
is
the
when
shadows?
you ask him about roller rinks.
Have you seen what we do in the shadows? That is Colin Robinson in the flesh right there.
No, I have not seen what we
So,
do in the shadows.
He's an energy vampire.
Okay.
Yeah. You should watch it because it's pretty much dead on. Yeah, Colin Robinson is my favorite character. But yeah, that's an energy vampire right there. Just like stepping in front of the door to talk to you for 45 minutes about nothing.
Also, people that work at GameStop. Deodorant.
Interesting people.
Same rule
Yeah.
applies.
Yeah.
Same rule applies.
Also, GameStop just kind of sucks, honestly.
It serves a purpose when it needs to sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just like every time I go in there, it's just like.
Like,
I'm
when I'm
also
short
like
on
that with my
cash,
FLGS. Yeah, I'm also like that with my
When I-
FLGSs, but I
When
don't
I'm
like
short on
people.
cash, a $5
Yeah.
pre-order is better than a full price pre-order right then.
Yeah, yeah. I don't pre-order games anymore because they all suck when they come out. So I just don't pre-order games anymore.
I mean, I don't pre-order a lot of games, but that Spider-Man 2 PS5 that came out, I had to make
Yeah.
sure I got one of them.
Yeah. How's Starfield
'Cause
going
I
for
am
you,
a-
buddy?
Huh?
How's Starfield going for you?
What's Starfield? I haven't touched Starfield since I picked up Spider-Man, and then I beat Spider-Man. I was like, oh, look at that. Modern Warfare 3 came out. Now I have something to do for the next 9 months.
But
Yeah,
I guess we
me
should
and the
get
kid played zombies all afternoon. So, there's that.
bonding. So I guess
Yeah,
back to gaming.
Starfield.
So, any other thoughts on this topic?
When
Yes,
your
I
players
like
aren't
gaming.
doing things that you don't want them to do, just make them do something. No, I'm just kidding. Don't fucking do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was-
that would be a good segue to that. Of if their players are doing something you don't want them to do, what do? You can't like force fail, can you?
No.
Absolutely.
Unlike
you
Baldur's
can.
Gate 3,
Oh my god, where the
99,
DC is 99.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You absolutely can force a fail.
Cheat to win.
But here's the thing. You just have to be real fucking cool about it. You know what I mean?
I don't do that. I just let whatever happens happens. You know what I mean? Because once again, I just whatever major event's going to happen, it's going to happen, and they're going to be affected by it. So they can do whatever the hell they want to do. It's just gonna if they ignore everything, it's just gonna make their lives a living hell. You know what I mean? And it's just which is fun for me. So it's because then
Right,
you
but,
get to watch the panic. The panic is the
But
best
here's the
part.
thing.
The
If
panic
they're,
is
if
amazing.
they're refusing to advance the fucking game in any kind of
Yep.
meaningful way, you have to
Yeah, you can
push
nudge
them
them.
in a
You can
fucking
put.
direction.
I'm not saying put the bumpers on the bowling alley. You know what I mean? You still have room to roll
Yeah.
around, but sometimes you gotta put the bumpers there. Okay, you
it's
guys
still
are.
your lane, but I'm gonna restrict it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's you're throwing too many gutters. All right,
I mean,
and you close off
I've been-
things. You just kind of.
I've been known
Gotcha.
in my games to where, it's now week 5 and we're still on the same fucking spot and we
Yeah.
haven't moved. We haven't moved 6 fucking inches, and we just want to keep doing this when we're not really doing anything. We're just kind of sitting there hanging out and drinking, which I would rather just sit there, hang out and drink than you fucking make me work for it.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe the townsfolk goes, yeah, bro, and
Yeah.
every
Use the world.
fucking
Yeah.
every
Somebody
3
starts
days,
somebody starts a bar fight.
every 3 days, a Mormon family of adult dragons descends upon the town to collect whatever, and you're like, oh well, obviously at level 4 we don't want to fight 18 fucking adult dragons because that's not gonna work in our favor.
I mean,
But,
for me, having a good enemy with good goons helps out a lot because the goons will just always be doing whatever the main bad guy's bidding is, and if the player
goons be gooning.
yeah, goons be gooning. I mean, there's a ton of ways to just kind of nudge them in the right direction. I mean, so also pacing helps. Pacing helps a ton. If you start out fast, they'll generally stick with the pace. Like my AD&D game, our players have just murdered the pace. They have murdered the pace. It is they do nothing. We go to town after the first hit every time. This is AD&D. We have to clear out this dungeon or it's just going to refill with monsters. We have to get through the dungeon. And they're just well, we got hit, so we need to go back and rest for 4 days. It's just going to repopulate. We spent 2 years in the same dungeon. 3-level dungeon. Because they every time they got hurt, they wanted to just rest and go back to town and all that. And me and my buddy were just dude, this is old school gaming. We gotta move. We gotta we gotta.
You're out of
keep
long
going.
rest.
Yeah, well, they don't even have long rests. You have to sleep for 8
Right.
hours. That's it. You get D3 hit points back. That's it. So it's like you're not even going to get a lot of hit points back. You might as well keep moving. And it was just like, that's one of the things that will kill your momentum. It's just like pacing. You have to keep your players moving quickly. If they start to slow down too much, you gotta fuck with their world. Just gotta add a push them forward with monsters or some massive event that's in front of them. Just push them forward. You know what I mean? Like
Or time jump.
I don't usually like
We
time
had that
jumping
with
too
ours.
much.
I
I
mean,
mean, but that was
We've only done
after a
that theirs
major.
once or twice.
I mean, that was after a major event, though. Like, it was like, okay, you guys
Yeah.
blew up the Pridwin. I mean, that was after a major event. You know what I mean? Like, there would have been a time jump in the video game itself, too.
right.
Yeah, it would have been a cutscene.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that's kind of, I mean, but, like, in general, just, like, try to nudge them. Or, like, well, so one thing with the Fallout game that I like is that we all know the world, right? We know all the factions. So, like, we know going into this that we're going to have to deal with Hancock. We know exactly what he's like. We know exactly how he'll plot against us. So that automatically helps us out a little bit, right? So, like,
Right.
having a fleshed out world, I think, also kind of helps with that because it's like, okay, we know all of these people. We know how they're all going to react. You know, so I think that helps out. Like, we were kind of in a rush to get to the Pridwin because we killed a lot of Brotherhood of Steel. Sorry, Matt. And, you know,
They had it coming.
yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
himself to blame. Oh, sorry. I
They
was
touched me in my
Yeah,
no-no
it's
place. I had to do something had to happen.
sorry. You can't say lines from a fucking Broadway musical to a bard. I'll start going.
that was from
It is
Chicago.
what it is. Yeah, it was from Chicago.
Well, in defense of the time skip, like we only have
I
4
can't
hours.
even find it. I remember
you have
writing
4
it. And I don't
hours.
even find it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
Notebook.
you only have anywhere, but you have anywhere between 2 to 4 hours to get things going. And you know, we've talked before about, or you were talking earlier about, like super serious players who want to role play all the slice of life moments
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
else. But I think
I
this
don't
goes.
want
I
to
think
sit
this
around
goes-
while you detail how you make your bread. I don't give a fuck about how you make your bread.
right. So- Well, like, okay, so in the 7th Sea game that I run weekly, we went to Odysseia for this big sword fight tournament, right?
Yeah.
All the duelists in all the world. It's like the Kumite, whatever. And
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I have characters that are duelists who went there and they're like, yeah, this is awesome. And I'm like, cool, are you signing up? And they're like, no. And
okay, sometimes it's like this is so obvious that you
Then
might as well do it. Like,
well, but then they befriended this guy. Here's the thing. I was ready to sidestep and turn it into like some shit that's going on outside of the tournament, right? But then they befriended this guy who one of the characters decided was part of his backstory, and they just happened to run into each other here. And then the entire party has now dedicated it ended up being like 4 sessions of prep and working and
damn it.
helping him get through the tournament. They didn't roll a single die for like 4 sessions. Like,
Nice.
correction, I did a dramatic scene. But
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than that, like they weren't fighting, they weren't involved. I wasn't going to hand them most of them are new 7th Sea players, so I wasn't going to hand them duelists with a whole bunch of tricked out abilities because that would
Don't
just
get
break the
confused.
brains. And even then, after they learn the dueling system, they're going to go back to their character who's not a duelist and then try to do duelist shit, but then they
Yeah.
can't anymore because they don't have all the maneuvers. So it was like we literally went through 4 sessions of watching other people fight. So what I ended up doing, instead of going blow for blow
Yeah.
and going to rounds, I would literally gloss over every part of the fight except for the moment. You know, like the moment the tables turned, or the moment that
Yeah,
the that the bad guy went down or whatever.
That's fun. That's fun.
And,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, because we have such limited time, we're not really living these characters' lives. We're
No,
living
no.
selected moments in these
Yeah.
characters' lives. And to
Save that
sit
shit
there
for
and
the Ren
spend
Fair.
4 sessions. Right. And to spend 4 hours listening to how somebody's baking bread, like, baguette. We have other things to do. Let's move on. Like, don't care. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess like if it's cinematic, it makes do whatever a movie would do in that moment. I guess is the best way to put it. Because games should be cinematic because it's supposed to be cooler than real life. So, like, I don't want to do anything that's even remotely real life. I see it more as a movie character. Chris's game is very movie oriented. You know what I mean? We spend most of our time just insulting people and blowing shit up, which I think is what most games should be. Also, you should do that in real life, but
And
there's
get
laws.
loot.
Yeah, yeah.
Noah, that is not an instruction manual. Stop it.
As he wears his army hat, which is,
Insulting people
Listen.
and blowing shit up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The army
That's-
only insults people
that's
and
our
blows you up
foreign
if you have
policy.
oil under your sand. That's I'm sorry.
The Air Force only does it if you're a different branch of the military.
Yeah. If you ain't got oil, you ain't got to worry about it, baby. We ain't coming to liberate you yet.
Yet. Everyday hero.
It's a good system.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was looking at that actually. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of where I'm at on that. But any other ideas? Kristen hasn't said much in a while.
Oh wait, what did I miss? I had to go take a phone call. What did I miss?
Oh, we
How
were just
much you
talking.
love socks?
I fucking hate socks. So much.
We were just
That's
talking about
cringy
how to
as
like
fuck.
push your players into a direction that
You
makes
know-
sense.
Eventually, like if y'all don't get like, to be fair, I don't ever really want y'all to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
learned better than to plan something for you guys, so I kind of just throw shit at you as it comes up.
Yeah.
And if it's a big plot point that I need, like I will throw it in wherever we're at. It's not tied to really a place or anything. It'll just be, oh, Hancock is at Abernathy Farm for whatever the fuck reason. Like,
Dog meat is dead.
yeah, that worked out pretty well.
I'm still mad at you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Good.
Rest in peace, dog meat.
Rest in pieces. He was.
We only found one piece though.
Wait, you found the one?
Ouch.
We found one piece
Yeah.
of dog meat.
It's in my
That was
bag.
it.
That, by the way, that song you sent us is still stuck in my head.
Which song?
The "We Shall Sail Together" song.
Yeah.
Said it was
shall
the-
sail together.
You said it
Yeah,
was the
Sea of
best pirate
Thieves song.
song. No, that
Sea
was
of
the
Thieves
One
one.
Piece song.
Yeah.
That was the One Piece song.
No.
Oh,
You gotta be a pirate.
oh,
Lacey.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got you. That's was it My Sails Are Set? Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's the final song in the Netflix One Piece. It's just amazing.
That is. It's very good. So back to, I guess, games. Almost like this is a gaming podcast. Jid, do you have any thoughts on it as a player and as a new GM
No.
coming up?
That's true. So with I guess I got me on the spot.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to say it.
No, it's good. With Deathmatch Island, I don't know what to expect with it, so I'm hoping that because I don't know the area as well, I will be just as prepared as the players.
Yeah.
So we
I mean,
can
like-
discover the island together.
So like
We can discover
with-
the island together.
with that game, it's pretty easy because you just have a location and a challenge in that location.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay, this is what's happening. Roll snake mode. You know what I mean? They just do what they have to do, and then eventually
Yeah.
you just say, like, with that, it's easy because you're like, okay, now the battle royale is happening. Then they have to do the battle royale to move on to the next island. So it allows you to railroad like.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see me and Noah in this game together. It's gonna be fucking
Oh,
chaos.
just so you know, like we might as well not vote at the last island. I will be going into battle royale. I will be killing you guys.
Yeah, that's.
Happening.
I think that
It's
just should be a
happening.
given.
Yeah, it's happening. I will kill you guys, or I will die trying. I
So,
will most likely die
We'll make
trying
sure
because
of
you
it.
guys have seen my rolls. So I will most likely die trying. But...
do we want to announce our Thanksgiving week plans that you and I
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about?
Oh yeah, WWE, WWF.
One
we're gonna
goddamn
go-
podcast.
Know Your Role, the RPG. We're gonna be playing that. Anybody who loves wrestling and wants to play Know Your Role with us, hit us up and you can join that actual play. And we're
And
going to be
Kristen's
doing that.
presence is required because she loves
Yes,
wrestling
yes,
so much.
yes.
I will be there. I will be there to heckle you.
She will destroy the game and it'll be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I got
so
Wait, can we
that's-
make
that's
Kristen
what
Michael Cole? It wasn't an insult, bitch. Don't get your panties in a wad.
I
Bold
don't
of you to
believe
assume she wears panties.
See? Wrong podcast. Wrong
Yeah.
podcast.
Bold of you to assume that I am.
Is
But yeah, we're
I'm
definitely
getting the
gonna play.
link for Know Your Role.
Okay.
We're gonna play Know Your Role the week of Thanksgiving. I think is what Joe and I decided.
Yeah.
On it.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm for
You
it.
should definitely.
Yeah.
tune
It's a
into that,
GM-less
'cause-
game, so none of us have to run the game. We
Yeah.
probably should have somebody run the game, but we don't have to.
Not
Because it's really just like wrestlers running out and hitting each other with chairs. Like, I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have ever, watched wrestling, but there's a very loose plot to wrestling. It really doesn't even need to be there. So it's like, I mean, you don't really need a GM for the game.
How
if you're-
dare you besmirch the name of professional wrestling in my presence? Damn it!
It's so real.
It is real.
All right, I'm clipping.
Real
that. That's
dramatic.
That's not real. That's real bad, Noah.
all right. You know what? I'm fucking
It's a
done
real
with all of
soap
you.
opera.
I'm
It
done
really
with all
is.
of you.
It's soap operas with tables.
The disrespect at these professional men and women who entertain week in and week out and put their fucking bodies on the line for your entertainment. And you just brush them off so easily like that. It's incredible.
Oh, no, I definitely wouldn't fuck with them. That's for sure.
Bunch of fucking
Dwayne the
paladins.
Bevel Johnson. Yeah, Alexandria. They would know that. They probably actually have a physical copy of that. Alexandria. Yeah. So I think that's what we're playing. We have Deathmatch Island next year. Hopefully, a couple more games
Yep.
next year.
Yeah.
Matt, I know you have a bunch of games you're looking to stream. If you have one in mind, please let us know. You're muted.
I was like, what games? No.
Is that?
That's an AI background.
Oh, no.
No, that is not an AI background.
Unfortunately, he paid for all of
That is not an AI. That is not an AI background. That is That is bad decisions until
Yeah.
I finally learned to get paid for it.
Are those L5R books I
That's
see
an
in the
expensive
background?
background.
Yes, that
We
is.
play some
that is the
L5R
entire-
on the stream.
Maybe.
I don't want to buy the dice, to be perfectly honest. I really want to play 4th edition, but I can't buy the book.
4th edition. Oh, I've got 4th edition.
You do? Not
Yeah, right
that
here.
4th edition. Not that. Don't just cover that back up, please. Swivel back over. Just swivel back over. Just cover it up. That abomination
No.
of a game.
Matt's
Okay,
got
but
5th
I will
edition
go-
right there. That's his favorite.
No, I don't.
Actually,
I want 5th
actually,
edition.
I'm
I have 5th
just-
edition nowhere on this.
I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. 4th edition is better than 5th edition. I'm saying it. I said it.
I have
said it.
literally wheeled an entire cart full of 5th
Yeah,
edition
that's-
books and gave it to someone. So,
Yeah.
like, it was easily $400 worth of 5th edition books that I just
Yeah.
gave.
I
To
thought
someone.
5th edition was your favorite.
5th edition can eat Bella's
L5R is
asshole.
D&D 5e now. Yeah, that's true.
Wrong
Yeah.
I'm a
podcast.
millennial,
Yeah.
sir. That is not an insult.
Oh, is that
Joke's
the
on
collector's
you.
version of
We're into
7th
that
Sea?
shit.
Kinks are hereditary.
7th Sea collector's
So
edition?
my wife
Yeah.
said that to somebody at
7th
work the other day
Sea.
while I was in her presence, and the look on that poor girl's face was horrific at best.
What is
You're
that?
welcome.
Oh, is that werewolf?
You're
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
me my mom? I was like, yup.
Yeah, yeah. 4E's a better built set of
Even worse,
rules.
your grandma.
I'll say this also: 4E's Game Masters guides, 1 and 2, are actually really good manuals for running games. I'll just throw that out there. Even if you don't like 4E, read the manuals for running. The
I
Game
love
Master
all the
manuals.
post-it notes on it.
You need that for Cyberpunk. You need that for
Oh
Cyberpunk.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. Because the thing is this: Cyberpunk has in this book, it has everything that you need to run Cyberpunk, like
Well,
really
here.
run it and run it
Yeah,
well. The problem is, as much
it's
as I
one book.
love the Pondsmiths, well, the thing is, as much as I love the Pondsmiths and the
Mike
entire
Pondsmith
staff
is my
at
hero.
at
He's my number one
Artelsorian,
hero. He's my number one hero.
there is absolutely no flow or reason or sanity to where things are in the book. Not only that, you will see certain tables in this book repeated 3 times, but then the one you need, like, I don't know, how to avoid being a cyber psycho, exists in one column
Yeah.
on the back page of the medical chapter in therapy. There's like 1 paragraph or 3 paragraphs about therapy in order to avoid cyber psychosis, and it's I think this
What's
green one.
therapy?
Look,
Uh,
Jen. Look, this is my Fallout book. And this is all of the bookmarks and shit that I've
Yeah.
got in
I'm
mine.
not even going to show you my roof spider, but have you read any Palladium books, Matt? Have you read any of those? Because if you've read any of those, you would not be complaining about Cyberpunk. That's what I grew
One
up
of these
on.
days,
That was my first game
one
was
of
running
these
rifts.
days, one of these days, I will tell you about the exactly one scene
Oh, wow.
I have played in Rifts, and then I said I would never play it again.
That was the first game I ever ran. Talk about a trial by fire. Dear God. Dear
No.
God. But I was young, so
So
I
I was-
memorized all the rules. So, like,
Well, the thing is, I was playing a headhunter, just like a normal human bounty hunter
yeah,
who
yeah.
happened to have a battle mech, and we all
Couple
started in a bar because that's where young gamers always start shit.
yeah.
And a dog and
You
a
think bars are
dog
cool.
boy, a dog boy threw a cup at a glitter boy and used his psychic power to convince the glitter boy that it was me and not him. And the problem is, the glitter boy punched. I was not in the battle. I was not in the battle suit. I was not in my battle suit, and a glitter boy punched me for 3 MDC.
Yeah.
Now the problem is,
Mega damage. Mega
MDC
damage.
stands for mega damage, which is 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah. No,
If
it's
you do
100.
not
It's 100
wear
points of
in-
damage. It's 100
I don't give a
SCC.
fuck. The
It's
point of the
100
matter
SCC.
is, it
It's
says
300 hit points.
if
It's
you're
300
not
hit
wearing,
points.
but per the rules, if you're not wearing
Yeah,
MDC
no.
armor, it does
Yeah.
not matter what your
It's like getting
armor
hit by a
value
tank
is.
shell.
You're fucking splattered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the DM was like, "Okay, I feel bad about this. You have the
I love
ability to
Kevin
like,
too. I love Kevin too.
you have the ability to crawl out to your battle mech." And so I spend my action crawling out to my battle mech. And what does the glitter boy do? He runs behind my battle mech,
Stop.
literally rips the hamstrings out of the back of the
Oh,
battle
yeah.
mech, and then punches the reactor core because he can take it. And
Yeah.
I just die again. And I'm like, you know what? This is not the game. I'm gonna go play
It-
Werewolf where it's safe.
In response for Kevin, it makes sense though. You can't shoot a pistol at a tank and kill it. That's the whole point of mega damage. It's like, yeah, a
Says
giant,
you.
a person in a
If
giant
you're around
power
tanks long
armor
enough, you
is
you
if
know
they
you
if
can.
somebody in a person in a giant power armor curb stops you, you die. There is no
You eat
other
40
option.
cans of pork and beans.
Yeah, or you eat 40 cans of pork if you're playing Fallout, but that Fallout also works in Rifts because everything works in Rifts. If you don't like that though,
Not yet,
check
but
out
not
Savage
yet.
Rifts. Savage Rifts fixes a lot of that. That's what I'm running right now. It fixes a lot of that stuff, but just throw that out there. But yeah, I've heard a lot of stories like that. People hate Mega Damage. They hate it with a passion. Pugmire.
So I guess with that, maybe helping with between regular damage and mega damage, there's those types of damage where you have the fire damage, force damage,
Yeah.
thunder damage,
No.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So Not in that. No, there's
Hmm.
but that's a way that you could work around that.
No,
Hold
no.
on.
Like
Wait,
think
wait.
about it more
Well,
as
what
like getting shot by a bazooka. Like normal people would
What
just
it
not
was-
survive it.
What it
Sort of
was
very
is
story
we were
scary.
all
Like it.
Yeah, yeah.
what it was is we were all teenagers and everybody wanted to play their like crazy out on the fringe character, and I
Yeah.
being the normie that I am, I'm like, I just want to be a dude in a big power mech suit, and then they decided to get into a fight when I was outside of my power mech suit, so fuck me. All right. So in other words, I don't play Rifts anymore. So
Yeah, that happens. Yeah. We have a teenager playing a glitter boy in our current game, and it's going to be very interesting to see what he does because giving a 16-year-old a giant gun and a near impervious suit of armor is always interesting. See what happens.
He'll be fine. We do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I should-
that's
I
always
should-
worked
I
out
should-
real well for the
I
army.
should get Noah in on a Riffs game. He would be really good at Riffs. He would fit right in with that game.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Alexandria has the Riff stories to share too. Everyone's got a good Riff story because it's ridiculous.
I have a riff story, but it's about Diablo.
Yeah, we'll have to have a guest spot. We'll work that out.
You-
I'll,
you wait,
I'll hit
wait.
you up.
you went into your Rift story, Noah. Did it involve you going through a door and then monsters, and then you fought monsters, and then you kept moving, and there were more monsters, and then you fought monsters, and then there were more monsters, and then the Rift Guardian has arrived, and then all the monsters stopped showing up?
No, there's
Well, it was
also
actually
I
cows.
mean,
more
stop,
like-
There's
I don't
also
want to
cows.
spoil the plot
There's
of
also cows.
Diablo, but
Cows.
It was actually more like, hey, I just rolled a fucking seasonal character and I'd appreciate a power level. Yeah, bro, I got you. Hold on. Let me just run this rift real quick and max you out in one go. Oh, okay, cool. Forgetting that he was also on his kind of new, not built out to spec character for the season, and then I had to sit there and run for my life from the end of said dungeon to the very beginning because he found the boss and went, oh shit, I fucked up.
Oh, Kevin Sabina wants us. Oh, cool. I need to hear about that because he's pretty discerning about the content that he uses for rips. So that's pretty cool. I want to hear about that. You're gonna have to come on for that. Yeah, Diablo, man.
Fuck you, I still love Diablo.
I like 1
You're
and 2.
contrarian.
I like 1 and 2. Is he
Course
pulling out
fine.
the 4th edition book again? I can't.
Yeah,
no, these are the
Yeah.
3rd edition Diablo,
Diablo,
role-playing
yeah.
game
yeah.
for
Diablo
3E. Yeah. So,
I don't.
yeah,
I can't
like
play
Diablo.
3 anymore. I can't play 3 anymore. I played it too
Alright.
much in
Well,
high
that's
school.
why.
and
That's
it
why I
burned me
run
out.
it. That's why I run it in Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Have
can't play
we
Pathfinder anymore.
exhausted our
yeah.
our,
We're in
our
the
autism for the night.
Yeah, we're in the
So roller skates.
Roller skates are for nerds. Real men rollerblade. I like my wheels in line.
Flip that.
Remember
They're
them
all lined up
sick
like they're
ass-
supposed to be.
Yeah, them sick ass gold plated mongooses at the Walmart for $249 when you was a kid, and your mom was like, "No,
Yeah.
next time," and it was always
Man,
next time.
rollerblades in the 90s. People act like it just didn't happen, but I remember rollerblades in the 90s. Everyone
No,
had
I
it.
remember
couldn't
wearing
do it.
Jacos
I
in my
couldn't.
rollerblades, bro.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
at me. Get
Remember
at me. I ain't
wheelies?
fucking scared.
Remember wheelies?
Bro. Don't
It came
get
on
me
Nickelodeon
started on
and everyone had wheelies.
Heelys and fucking
Heelys.
soaps.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
soaps? The shoes
Yeah.
with the little grind plate in the fucking
Yeah.
heel? Oh, bro. And as a theater kid with a fucking stage, that was incredible. That was peak fucking performance right there.
That track.
I'm just saying.
100%.
I was gonna say,
See, this is why I wear socks in the house, because I just found a fucking grass burr under my desk.
what was I gonna say?
could've
Well,
gone
it's
in
only
my
because
foot.
Texas
Hi.
sucks.
Hi,
Did you
Jim.
guys? Did you
Hi.
guys have?
Hi,
Did you
Jim.
guys have the? Did you guys have the yo-yo guy come to your school? And all of a sudden, everyone in
Oh,
town
yeah,
had
the
yo-yos.
yo-yo guy? Absolutely,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
sick-ass yo-yo tricks? Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
and
come
then
on now.
The 90s
Like-
was a weird time.
yeah.
The 90s was the best time. It was so fucking fun. Nobody
Best-
gave a shit.
Yeah. Best cartoons ever. You know, like no one watched us do anything. We still had like the bike culture of the '80s.
No, they
Yeah.
gave us unlimited access, unsupervised to the internet.
Yeah, 'cause they didn't understand.
If you
They
could
didn't
actually
understand.
connect to the internet
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
also like I was talking to my wife about
and
this
be
the other
patient.
day, right? Because our daughter
When the
went to
internet
a
came on
friend's
TV.
house for the weekend, and she was like, "This is like the first time I think I've ever just let my kid go to their friends for the entire weekend and like not talk to them." I'm like, "Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
our parents." She's like, "What do you mean?" I was
Yeah.
like,
That's
"My
what we
mom and
did.
dad used to go on trips for
Yeah.
like a week at a time, leave $50 on the counter, and go." Here's the number of the hotel we'll be at. This is the room number we're in. Buy pizza, don't kill each other.
Yeah.
And then just fucking disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like 10. And it's like,
Yeah.
just don't kill your brothers for the week. And you're like,
Yeah.
it's what?
Or like during the summer where they're like, don't come back till it's dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I almost
Yeah.
died in a field a bunch.
Right. Well, that was when you were
But
in
it
high
just
school.
made
And that was for
it just
different
made you
reasons.
stronger. It made you stronger. It builds
This
character.
Charm made me a lot of
Pastor
things. Right?
Near death
a good joke right
experiences
there.
as a child makes you stronger. You know, complex
see,
post-traumatic
that's-
stress disorder is great for your
That's
character.
something Chris and I got on y'all that you just don't know.
Pasture
It's
parties.
the pasture party. Like
Oh.
y'all just don't
I
fucking
don't know
know.
anything about. I don't know
But,
anything
like,
about
And, you
that.
said,
That was-
and everyone just knew how to get there. Everyone
Yeah.
knew where it was.
Look, I,
I'll be
I
honest.
really
That
don't need.
sounds like some
I-
white
I
people shit
really-
to me.
I really don't need to know or even have our audience have mental images of you and Kristen in the middle of a cow pasture, and
We were
no,
never together.
Yeah.
I
Ever.
mean, like we were in the same place, but we were like together.
Oh, completely,
heard that
completely different
before?
parts of the state, actually.
Y'all, believe it or not, me and Noah have
Texas
never
is
met in
all the
person.
same black hole.
Like
Yeah.
Noah and I have never met in person.
Yes, Texas is a gigantic black hole.
It's
Yeah.
the best black hole.
Wrong podcast.
Oh
Or
yeah.
you could, or you could not live in a black hole. I'm
Never
throwing
mind. That was
out
Megan
there.
the Stallion I was thinking of. My bad, guys.
Whoa!
Hello.
Woo! She is a gift.
Yes, a goddess, if you will.
Yes.
Yes.
I
perfect
still
human being.
refer to last year's Megan the Stallion album as the greatest Christmas album of all time because it came out in December, and that bitch is a gift. So I don't give a fuck what the world says.
I
Which
definitely
reminds me of
agree
a
with
dice
Yada yada yada
modifier.
yada.
All right. Well, I
Are you,
think
are
we've
you ready for me to
exhausted-
do an outro yet? Because I'm
Oh.
losing it here. I'm running out of shit.
Body yada
Oh,
yada.
I do have a gaming win.
Oh,
I
Oh,
do have a
yeah,
gaming
gaming
win.
win.
Yeah.
I do have a gaming win. So last session in 7C, which was literally yesterday, so it was the conclusion of that big 4-day wank fest of like, let's get this character to be the champion,
Wrong
right?
podcast.
Right? So
Wash
We-
your
and it
hands.
is degenerates with dice, though. We let them know in the name. So, sorry.
so here's the
Yeah.
thing. So here's the thing. Like the Vidachin decided to buy a knife and poison it and make sure that the character Jay got the knife, and they spread rumors about one of his major competitors that ended up making the guy self-conscious and losing a match, and they did all of these dirty underhanded things around him. So I decided, because for the past month I've been looking at the one player who befriended this guy, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. He's just gonna fucking die. And for whatever reason, there's been this curse. Like every time I say I'm gonna kill this dude, like
He gets
something
good
comes
rolls.
up. Like I literally
Yeah.
was in the emergency room last week, okay, and like, and it was I swear to God, it was because I said I'm gonna kill Jay this session, right? So
Jay, if you're watching, watch out.
no, Jay the NPC. Anyway, so so finally they've done all this super shady shit around him, and in the middle of the fight, in the middle of the final fight, he like slips the knife between the dude's ribs, he poisons him, like he's doing all this villain shit. and getting
Uh-oh.
away with it. Well,
Yeah,
and
good.
getting away with it because of all of the things that the players have done to kind of like ease his way through the tournament and make everybody else's thing hard. So now I'm spending danger points. They're not understanding what the fuck I'm doing. I'm spending danger points. They don't know what I'm doing. They just know I'm spending
They're
danger
gonna get
points in
nuked.
the
They're
middle of
gonna
this
get
fight.
nuked.
Well, but here's the thing. They think, well, in talking to them after the game, they thought this entire fucking time that this Numa, basically the Spartan warrior, was a villain, right? And so me spending the danger points was on him because he's against our friend Jay.
Yeah.
So
But he's
it
probably the
couldn't
good
possibly
guy.
be. So the thing is, yes, what was
Yeah.
happening was I was spending danger points to buff Jay,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
just sitting here ripping this dude apart. He poisons him to death. He like asphyxiates him. Like
Those aren't
he
heroic acts, my friend.
ready for this? Ready for this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I told the group after the fact, I spent a danger point to have Alexos, the Spartan, literally choking Jay out to turn the crowd against him. Like Jay engineered himself being choked so to piss off the crowd so that he would win.
Kicks are hereditary.
And anybody who's actually played, anybody who's been in a game that I've run, I love doing the after credit cutscene, the stinger, because like everybody was like, okay, Jay won and cool, and now we're all on our pirate ship and we're gonna go off to adventure. And
Nope.
I
He's a
fade to black
villain.
there.
Not
Wait,
dog.
I fade to black there, and then and everybody's like starting to pack up their shit, and I'm like, and the camera comes up 2 months later. You guys are already well on your way out into the Atabayan Sea, and we're back in Innismore, and you know this dude's running down an alleyway. Like I painted this like Gangs in New York fucking style, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's sitting here
Watch
running,
that.
trying desperately to get away from this dude who's in the shadows, and finally the dude in the shadows steps out, and it's Jay, who literally like he's developed his own boxing dueling style, so he literally like collapses the dude's lungs right in front of, like, just in the middle of the alleyway, leaves him to bleed out in the street. And he's like, and now I'm going to go for your family. And then I cut to black. And they're like, wait a second. Wait, Jay can't be a bad guy. Jay can't be a bad
He
guy. And I'm
cheated
like,
through the
Jay's been
entire
a bad guy
tournament.
the entire fucking time.
He
He's
cheated
like,
through the
"No, no,
entire
no,
tournament.
no."
He poisoned a guy
No,
to death.
that's the thing. That's the thing. He poisoned a guy, but you got to think about this. One of the players handed him the poison knife.
Yeah. They made the
One of
boss.
the other players rigged the matches so that he got a
Yeah.
bye in a certain round. Like every one of the players did shit around Jay, and so Jay was innocent. But I kept doing things that like Jay would like slip off, or Jay would like offer a toast, and one of the observant characters noticed that there was this like thin wafer of, is that like a mushroom in the bottom of this drink he's toasting with, and like all these little things. And finally, when they're like, no, Jay can't be a villain, I'm like, I'm gonna let you think about this. And I drove home across town about 20 minutes, and then this is my moment. Somebody sent me a Facebook message and went, motherfucker. And I was like, what?
That is a gaming win.
I was like,
That is a
and
gaming
all I
win.
typed was what? And then I went and spent time with my wife, and then this morning I woke
Just a
up
wall.
and there is literally the fucking conspiracy board of like, I just realized I've spent all night looking at this, and this happened here, and this happened here, and this happened here. God damn it, Jay's been a villain this entire time. And I'm like, and this is why we do this. So that's my story.
That's awesome.
That is a very
All right.
gaming win.
Noah,
That was great.
yell us out, bro.
happening?
I'm gonna do it. My wife just walked through the door, so the dogs are going ape
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
My wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been the Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show, live here on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Yeah, I said TikTok,
Oh,
didn't
yeah?
I? TikTok, whatever fucking platform.
I
it is.
heard TikTok,
Sorry.
and I'm like, what?
All the
Elect-
platforms.
I just caught a glimpse of Quadzilla there in the fucking camera. Anyway, so
Right.
yeah. Call Monarch. Monsters are on the loose, if you know what I'm saying.
Cheeseburger body still on. Cheeseburger body still on.
That's
if you've
right.
seen that TikTok. That's not a good thing.
Next week, we're gonna have topics, and I don't know what the fuck they are, and we don't know what the fuck they are because we're
we
gonna
should
find
do our
out.
we should do our award show. We should do our award show.
Yeah, we're gonna
For the
find
end of
out
the year.
exactly what the topics are at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time because that's the only real time zone. All others are made up and unimportant. Because we go live at 7 p.m. Central
Yeah.
Time because all other time zones are made up and unimportant. And that's a wrap for us. We'll catch you fuckers later for Joe, Jen, Matt, Kristen, and the internet's favorite dipshit. Peace the fuck out.